I bought 10 highly rated shower heads on Amazon, so you don't have to. I installed and used all of these shower heads personally myself. So I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of all of these, things that I like, things that I don't like. So if you're in the market for a shower head, I hope you find this video helpful. And if you're not really familiar with shower heads, just as a reference here, this is what my faucet looks like. This is a pretty standard faucet, and all of the shower heads that I'm going over today will fit on something like this. Chances are this is what your shower faucet looks like as well. So we're going to start off with this very basic shower head. You can see it's just the shower head itself and with a couple different water settings. Let's go through and test this thing out. So you can see this thing has 5 modes. We're going to go through and turn the water on and see what they all do. So you can see here are your 5 different settings. Here's 1, you have a nice high water pressure. 2, kind of your normal shower. 3, more of a normal. 4, a mist. 5, a very heavy mist. So lots of different options there, whatever floats your boat. And with this, you can see that the shower head can move in all sorts of different directions. It has a really good range of motion here. As far as pros for this, it is affordable, the most affordable out of any of these. It's easy to install, multiple color options, and a 360 ball adjustment there. Cons, it is just a standard shower head. It's not handheld, and you can get better for a little bit more money. Next, we're going to be looking at this Fast Res LED shower head. So here's a closer look at this. Let's actually go turn it on and see what the water pressure is like. And you can see there it goes. It's filtering all the water through here. Kind of cool. It's got the green lights coming through, which is awesome. Oh, and it just changed from blue. So I think it maybe just goes it just kind of switches. Oh, now it's red. And yeah, the water's now hot. So when the water is hot, it turns red, which is kind of cool. And let's test this. So I think water goes back down to cold. We're going to put it back down to cold. Let's see, does this filter back down? I think it might. Oh yeah, look at that. So now we got cold water and it's now blue. And I think when it gets really cold is when it turns green. So it's like kind of lukewarmish here. And then now I think it's going to turn back to green once we get to like cold water. Oh, yep. And so now it's really cold water and it turns green. So that's kind of cool. You can know exactly when your shower is ready for a hot, cold, or medium kind of tub. This, of course, does come off, so you can go through and move this around. There are no other settings in this shower, so kind of what you see is what you get. But the filtration is awesome, and the colors is kind of a cool little trick inside of there. And then this is interesting. I do want to point out, if you get this, that means that your water is over 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And so it's kind of giving you like a warning, which is really cool as well. So pros for this one, it does have the double filtration design. Temperature-based LED changing is really cool. Strong water pressure, and it is affordable. The cons is the clear plastic around the filter seems kind of easy to break, and no spray settings on this one. Now onto the SparkPod high pressure shower filter head. All right, let's fire this thing up. Awesome. Really good water pressure. As you can see, you can move this shower head around whatever direction you'd like. Then it also has all sorts of different functions here. You can see, you can go through, if you want more water pressure, I think that's really powerful there. All these 3 different settings. And this is a filtered shower head, so here's how you get access to the filter if you need to go through and change it. It does need to be changed every 3 to 6 months. Now, I will say I do have very dry skin, so I tested this shower for an entire month to see if it did help with my dry skin, and I will admit it did make a drastic difference, more than I thought it would, and so for that reason, I was really impressed. And that's why the big pro on this one is this water softener filter. It does have multiple spray settings, multiple color options, and the 360 ball joint. Cons is you will have to go through and change this filter every 3 to 6 months, but for the relief of the dry skin and the softer water, it's kind of worth it. Next, we have the LOKBY 5-inch high-pressure handheld shower. Let's actually go through, test the water pressure on this, just show you all those different settings, and see if it's worth it. So let's give this the first test. Let's turn on the water here. You can see right away, really strong water pressure coming here. This is the first setting. We move it over. Oh, you have that kind of spray there. Then you have even more of a mist. And that's all the way that way. So we're going to come back this way. And you have this one. And you have kind of more of a, that's even more pressure coming down there. You can see how hard that's hitting my hand. And then if you come over this way, you have the actual kind of jet stream. And that's a good amount of pressure. You can see if you needed to go through and like scrub something or kind of water something down in the bathtub, you could definitely do that. And then finally, the last setting is just turning off the water there. So that's kind of cool. The faucet is still on, you can see, but it's holding the water pressure. So you can go through and go through all those different settings. So really nice to have a shower that has this many different settings. You can put it right inside of there, which is great. And one of the great things too is this shower head is adjustable, so you can move this up or down or around wherever you'd like it to be in case you want it higher, lower, and of course you can grab this and shower all the
Pros:
way.
high pressure, 6 to 8 spray settings, multiple color options, handheld, 3-year warranty. The cons on this is I personally like the spray settings in the next shower head that we're going to be talking about, which is this one right here. I do think it does have higher water pressure as well. This is the AquaCare high pressure 8 model. Handheld
So
shower.
this has a lot of different features. Let me turn this on and show you what I mean. So we're going to turn this on. Here's what this looks like when it's all the way to the right. So you have setting 1, setting 2, setting 3, setting 4, setting 5, setting 6 is like cutting off the water pressure there. That's what it's meant to do. So we come back over here. So you have the 6 settings there, but then on top of that, if you come here and move this over, you'll see that you get this high pressure pressure washer. Basically, you can see this thing is great for cleaning out your tub and everything. Push it to the middle or all the way to the left, you get a little mist coming out the front there. You see that? And then in the middle is back to the normal setting with the shower head going right here. So this shower head does come with a nice little sticky adhesive that allows you to keep the cord there, or if you wanted to take the shower head and put it down here, you could do that.
Pros on this one, I was blown away with the power that this thing has. The 8 spray settings is awesome, handheld. Honestly, I couldn't really think of a con for this particular shower head. Next, we have the Home to Me high pressure handheld shower head.
Let's turn this on for the first time. Make sure there's no leaks or anything like that. And you can see we have some really good water pressure going on right now. No leaks at all. We didn't have to use any tools or plumber tape, which is awesome. Let's go through and look at these settings here for you. So this is the setting in the middle, and then if you go over this way, you can see it's more of like your standard kind of shower head. That's like more of a waterfall. And then here you have just a straight on shot, which is great. That's actually like a lot of water pressure coming out right there that you can see coming through. So overall, very impressed with this thing. And of course, one of the best parts about this is you can take it off and go through and shower whatever else you would like to. You can see that this has a little bit of adjustment, so you can go up and down if you would like to. You're just gonna kind of hold the back here, and then you can see you can move this up or down.
The pros on this is it actually does have the longest hose out of any of the handhelds at 79 inches. So if that's a factor, you may want to consider getting this one. It does have a soft rubber jet nozzle, which is nice to prevent the buildup of minerals, but I do like the chrome look better of the previous ones, the AquaCare handle, and so I'd go with that one personally myself. That's just a personal reason. Now we have the Delta 4 Spray Intuition 2-in-1 dual shower head.
So let's actually turn this thing on and give it a test. And it looks like right now all the water is coming on the outside. So if we flip this, let's see what happens. This knob. That turns it to that shower head. So if you wanted to turn it back to here, and then this is both. So there's 3 different settings here, maybe even 4. So this is turned all the way to the right. I can't turn this anymore. If I go to the middle, it goes to the shower head just in the middle. And then all the way to the left here is only on the outside. Now if we go back to here, this also does have different functions here. You can see this is setting another setting here, then like kind of a jet stream, which is pretty powerful, which is nice. And then that's all the way going, oh, I'm gonna shoot the water out. That's going all the way this way, and then we can go all the way over this way, and then it blocks the water so nothing's coming out right now. You can see the faucet's still on, and then you go back to your normal setting. You can see there's a lot of water pressure there. So this is good to turn this off in the meantime while you're doing something like this, and then putting it back on, and then you can flip it back. You can flip it back over to this setting if you wanted to. So really handy that you can go through and flip this to the different shower heads, whatever you wanted to do, which is kind of nice, or have both of them running at the same time. And of course, if you have them both running at the same time, you can pull this off. You can be showering, 2 parts at the same time, basically. So really, really functional as far as that goes. And as I mentioned, this thing does have a lot of mobility here, so you can move this whatever direction up or down that you wanted to, which is awesome. And putting this to the shower head is super easy. You can see it just kind of clicks right inside of there. And then in order to grab it, you can just pull it off. It has this little thing on the side that just kind of clips in, which makes it easy.
Pros on this, the dual shower head does allow you to shower multiple body parts at once. It looks like a luxury shower and multiple spray settings. Cons, when you're using both of the heads, the water pressure can be kind of low. Next, we have the range shower head with the 11-inch adjustable arm.
If you wanted to adjust this up or down, just grab this little knob right here and you can go up or down. You can have it shooting straight out if you wanted to. Probably don't necessarily recommend that. But you can see this comes out very far. And if we wanted this even further down, we could do that. Okay, and here's what it looks like. I think aesthetically it looks really nice, but let's actually see if it works like it's supposed to. So you can see the water pressure is good. I like that you can adjust the arm. I like this, how the length of this, so it gets kind of further out away from the shower. So it's not just hitting your faucet right here. You can see there's plenty of room between here and the faucet, which is great. So it's not just showering down on that. Plus you can go through and adjust this up at the top as well if you wanted to, or this. So
pros on this: clean and simple design, 11-inch adjustable arm looks really nice, large water surface. Cons: no spray settings or customizations basically. And just a reminder that a link to all these shower heads are linked down below. But next we do want to talk about the shower head combo 10-inch high pressure shower head.
So now let's actually fire this thing up and see how it works. Coming down, just like a waterfall. The adjustable arm is great because you can see this isn't hitting my faucet over here. It fits the water out just far enough. Now I'm curious what this does. Oh, that turns on that. Okay, so if you wanted to turn on the shower head, and that's why I moved this shower head not on this side of the wall so it didn't spray everywhere, but over here, this knob, if you flip that, it turns the water pressure to the other head right there. So then I flip this all the way, so now all the water pressure is going this way. And you can see with this head, it does have adjustments, it looks like too. So if we flip it over here, you can get, oh wow, look at the water pressure on that. That's crazy. You can get a ton of water pressure, or you can flip it this way or that way. So you got kind of like the bigger amount of water surface, but less pressure, more pressure, and then like most pressure. Holy cow, that thing is actually really powerful. So now we're gonna put that back up there. Fits perfectly. And then if we flip this back over all this way, that then turns off, and then you have this right here. So that's how you go back and forth between the two of those. So it's awesome that you have the options. And then if you really wanted to, you can hang this up even higher and use this just as a shower as well. But this looks really nice. Nice rain, waterfall shower.
Pros on this: it does come with this wall bracket to put the head inside of there. Luxury design, 11-inch adjustable arm, large water spray surface, and the dual head is great. Cons: if you're short, this little nozzle to switch the heads is up high. My wife couldn't reach that. So if you're short, you might not want to go with that option. But last but certainly not least, we have the Bright Showers dual shower head combo set.
I do gotta say, aesthetically, I really like how this looks. It really makes my shower look a lot more fancy than it actually is. So you can see this handle's pretty cool. It just slides in and out, and then when you're time to put it in, it has a little slot here. So you put it right where the button's at, and then it slides in there. So let's test the actual pressure on this thing, see how it works, give you a demonstration of all the settings. So you can see it has really strong water pressure going on here. And then if you wanted to change it, you could change it to this handle, where you have a good amount of water pressure as well, just on that normal setting. Then you can flip between those two. And that just goes back into the hole there. And then if you wanted, you could flip this, and then now flip this over that way, and then now you have that kind of setting with the jets going on there. And then of course this is adjustable, so you can move it kind of in different areas, which is great.
Pros on this: luxury design, large water spray surface, dual head, high pressure, affordable, and the nozzle is low enough that if you're short, you can actually switch between the dual heads, which made it a winner for my wife. Looking at the cons for this one, I really couldn't find any cons. So when it comes to answering the question, which of these shower heads is the best, I do have a top 3 based on 3 different criteria that I do want to go through and recommend to you. As a reminder, these are all linked down below if you wanted to go through and check them out and see the current prices. So here are my top 3 recommendations. If you're looking for high water pressure, I recommend the AquaCare high pressure 8 model shower handheld shower head. Kind of a mouthful, but that is what I would recommend for water pressure. If you have dry skin like me, I would recommend the SparkPod high pressure shower filter head. This absolutely did wonders for my dry skin, and I was super impressed with it. And finally, if you want the best overall, I recommend the Bright Showers dual shower head combo set. It's luxury look, but very affordable. The dual head is awesome, and it has really good water pressure.